Alright guys, good morning. It is the morning of day 5 of the trip up. Slept pretty good last night in the back of the truck. I got a little chilly, but not too cold. And that battery kept that fan running all night. I think I slept for 7 hours or so. And when I woke up, the fan was still going and the battery had 9% battery life left. So did its job, did exactly what I wanted it to do, and now I've got it charging in the back right there. You can see right there. So just got it charging off the car, so that way I can use it again tonight. So super happy with that. Slept pretty good, actually. It was one of the better nights of sleep I've had on the trip so far, actually. I might have slept a little better at the hotel, but the hotel bed wasn't that comfortable. And this air mattress is probably about as comfortable as that hotel bed was. So, not too much traffic went by either, although if it did, I didn't hear it. I was at home. I was used to living about 100 yards or less from probably less actually, from the mainline Union Pacific Railroad tracks. So I think I've gotten used to noises not waking me up in the middle of the night, because trains would go by at all hours of the night. So anyway, right now we're headed towards Whitehorse. That's where I'm hopefully going to be getting gas. I might have to top off before then just to make sure, like I said, my half tank rule. So as you can see, we're already on the move, and yeah, let's see what the day brings today. So this is the bridge that I was thinking of, where you kind of come down this big hill. And then we come around, and then there's a big bridge over a river. It's got, at least it used to have the metal bridge decking. And then there's the community of Teslin on the other side. So let's see, you can see the bridge up there. Speed limit's 50 kilometers an hour. I'm just letting the engine brake down to get us slower. See the bridge right up there. All right, 30 kilometers an hour. Slowing down. Switch my camera to the other hand. Sorry about all the switching. Oh, they're building a new bridge. Look at that. That's too bad. I'm gonna miss this bridge. Wonder what's wrong with this bridge, that they're spending ungodly amounts of money on that new bridge, probably. Width issues, maybe. All right, there we go. I'm gonna stop here in Teslin and get some gas. You guys want to know what is my favorite part about driving through the Yukon? Is these big rest stops that they've got everywhere. I think I've mentioned them before, but you can see, like, they usually come with 2 bathrooms, and they keep up on them pretty good. Like, they're all mostly in really good shape and clean and stuff. But these things are fairly regular along the highway, and it makes it really nice. So just stopping here to walk around a bit. I didn't put my hat on, so I've got crazy hair, but Yeah, I started driving at like 6:30 this morning, so getting a little, starting to get a little long on the awake time today. So I figured I'd stop and walk around for a bit, and then I think I'll get back in the truck and close my eyes for 10 or 20 minutes. Yeah, it's long drives like this are hard because of the PRK I had about 6 months ago. My eyes dry out super quick, and so I've been having to stop sometimes, put re-wetting drops in my eyes basically, and then close them for a while. Try and keep them well hydrated, because as they dry out, my vision gets worse. So, and I need to be able to see the road, to see the bumps and stuff. So that's what I'm gonna do here. But right now I'm just walking over because in this rest area there is a couple of information signs. Let's check them out. Yep, just a couple signs talking about the area and the mountains that you would be able to see over there if there wasn't so much wildfire smoke. Not sure if the camera can pick them up or not, but there are some great mountains over there. And then talking a little bit about the First Nations peoples from this area. So sometimes these rest stops have little information things. Sometimes they don't. This one just happened to, so I thought I would wander over here and see what they had to say. But man, if it wasn't so smoky, we'd have a gorgeous view of that mountain range over there. But unfortunately, there's some wildfires, and smoke's been a problem all summer in Canada from what I hear. So I'm gonna wander back to the truck parked over there. I'm currently the only one at this big rest area. A couple of cars have driven by since I stopped, but for the most part, these don't get very much traffic until it's nighttime. These are pretty popular places to stop at night, especially if you're towing a trailer or something. So I thought about stopping at one last night, but it was pretty crowded, so I drove instead to that one that I ended up stopping at because there was no bathrooms there. So it was a little less popular. So, all right, let's walk back to the truck. Now I'm going to take a quick break while I rehydrate my eyes, and then we'll get back on the road towards Alaska. All right, we are just now coming around the southern end of Lake Kluane, and on those mountains over there, you can sometimes see dull sheep. It's so smoky now, I don't know if I'll be able to pick any out, but I have seen them on the mountain here before. In fact, these mountains all along here are a protected area for the dull sheep, and there is a visitor center up here for them too. I'm not going to stop, but yeah, you can sometimes see dull sheep on these mountains. So I'm going to see if I can pick any out here. But I like this section of the drive too, along Lake Kluane. We're going to be paralleling this lake for quite a bit here. And it's just a nice little drive, although I hear that the road gets worse after this, which in the past it was worse after here too, but we'll see how bad it actually is today. So, don't see any dull sheep on the mountains. It might be too hot. Right now it's like 73 degrees out there, so it might be too warm for them to be down where we can see them. They're probably up hanging out somewhere way up high where we can't see them. That's unfortunate. But I think of all the times I've driven through here, I've only seen them like twice. So it's not often that I can see the dull sheep from here. my way through here. Stop and pee in a minute. Well guys, after Destruction Bay, Burwash Landing area back there, the road got a lot sportier. We got lots of sections like this, which are just rough, lots of frost heaves, which is, you know, it's normal for this part of the road. It tends to catch people off guard, I think. But so far the road doesn't seem any worse than it has in previous years. Yeah, fun section of road between Lake Kluane and the border. Black bear just ran right across the road in front of me. Had to slam on the brakes so I wouldn't hit him. Woo! That was exciting. Here I was thinking I would stop and pee right here. Guess I'll go up a few miles. Alright guys, it's been really bouncy, so I'm gonna check the trailer and open it up and check the inside, just because the road's been so bad. Make sure nothing's gone super awry. Hold on. There we go. Sorry about that. Well, everything is slowly shifted forward over the course of the trip. This red bin used to be up there, but it's fine down here. This is fine there. That's where that was. Where's the other guy? Oh, he fell down there. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is shifted around. Which is fine, I guess. The road's been super bumpy. Sorry if the camera was going all crazy there, but yep, stuff has shifted, but nothing looks broken, so that's the most important thing. All right, just gonna walk around and look at the trailer real quick. Tires look okay. That looks okay. It looks funny right now just because the tires are at different elevations because of the road. I don't know if you can hear that thunder, but there is currently a storm all around us. Not gonna hang out here too long. There was a little bunch of lightning earlier. Everything looks good. Let's see. Don't see anything. Let's check over here. Everything still looks attached and secure. There's a lot of bouncing going on over here. That bungee cord that's holding that on there is still on there, so that is great. Still connected in both places. Because that thing shouldn't be pulling on that very hard, so. And here's the other problem I've been dealing with, and yeah, it's the cover on, when the truck bed bounces and flexes, the door on this has been coming open. And getting jammed. Like, I think it's jammed again. Yep, it's jammed again. I'm gonna have to put the camera down to fix that. All right, got the tailgate open. So what's happening with this one on this side only is this lever thing here is not long enough to grab. And so what's happening is it's actually coming inside of this right here, which means that I can't open it. So fortunately I can force the tailgate open. You can see where it's been scratching that all the heck. So that's not fun. Need to see if I can get a longer one of those or something. Might not be as big a deal since I'm not on such bouncy roads, but that's a problem. But also this was the cheapest truck cap that they make, so I'm not surprised that there's a few little quirks that I'm having to deal with. Well, this is fun. But yeah, it's been a little sporty since I left the rest stop back there. That was quite the little rainstorm. Doing like under 40 miles an hour there was I just kind of driving through it, but it seems to be clearing up now, fortunately. He says as the rain starts getting harder. You know, this just makes me sad. I'll pull up here in a minute, but right there in those trees, that brown building, that used to be the Toke Westmark Inn. This was a hotel where Holland America would bring their guests during land tours to stay here. I never stayed here, but I did visit here a couple of times on familiarization tours. I never drove the tour that came here, but this is a hotel. They had a big dinner show and everything, and it looks like Holland just abandoned it. I'm going to drive up here to the other driveway so you can see it a little better. But I was driving through here and I had to turn around and come back. You can see the sign right here, the Westmark Inn, Beaver Creek, right here. It's just sad. Super sad. Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get a good view of it from this other driveway. Oh, here we go. There's another view of it. Yeah, this was a decent size hotel, and like I said, dinner show and everything. And seems like Holland America, just when they decided not to stop tours here anymore, they just abandoned the buildings. They did the same thing with the Toke Westmark too. Although I heard from one of the Wildwood Off-Grid Alaska, actually, Ryan said that they just converted the Toke Hotel, the Toke Westmark, to employee housing for like miners and stuff like that. So at least that building is going to be getting some use, but this one here in Beaver Creek just looks abandoned. And it makes me super sad. Holland needs to do better when they decide to make changes like this. Alright fam, here we are. Made it to Alaska. You can just see the truck right there. So I parked it there because I have a picture of most of my vehicles that I've driven up here parked right there next to the sign. So I always try and get that whenever I'm here, but here we are. The road was a little sporty as we were driving over here, so I've been having that issue with the rear window on my shell, but that's pretty much it, other than being really bouncy. So let's head on over to Tok. That is the goal for today. We'll see if I feel like camping, or if I see like Fast Eddie's has a room or something. All right, we are back in the United States of America, in Alaska. And I cannot tell you how excited I am to be here. I'm gonna have to stop and flip my car digital speedometer back to miles per hour because it's doing kilometers per hour, and switch it back to freedom units. But yeah, it's nice to be here. All of my stuff. The customs lady just asked me what what was in the trailer, and I said all my stuff. She said, "Oh, so you're moving?" And I said, "Yep." And she found that highly amusing for some reason. So anyway, gotta pull off over here as soon as I find a wide spot in the road and flip my car back over to miles per hour and gallons or miles per gallon, so I can see just how bad of a mileage I'm getting, because I haven't been able to tell because it's been in kilometers this whole time. And we've got 88 miles to Tok. So I should have plenty of gas to get there. I splashed in some gas back there at Beaver Creek before I went over to show you the Westmark. So, all right, on to Tok. Welcome back to the US of A. I don't know what my favorite part about the whole drive is. I'm stuck in construction traffic. Just gotta sit here and wait. Alright friends, here in a second we're going to be passing the turnoff to the Taylor Highway, which is the highway that goes out to Eagle, and it's where I drove up. Bus is full of guests for Holland America for 2 summers. Put a lot of miles on the Taylor Highway. It goes from here, it's sort of mostly paved, at least it used to be, all the way till you get to Chicken. And after Chicken, it was dirt. And we had to have a pilot car because the road was narrow enough for the 2 buses to need a pilot car. So this is the Taylor Highway. Unfortunately, Holland does not go out there anymore. There's the sign. Eagle to the right, Tok straight ahead, and there's the highway. Old roadhouse right here. The good news is that turn off to the Taylor means we're only like 12 minutes away from Tok, and that's where I'm going to try and stop for the night. So, see you there.